Hi, today is August the 9th, 2020, and this is Dr. Wes Fryer here at Cassidy School giving a welcome to my 5th grade students that are going to be in our Introduction to Spanish class. This is going to be an exciting year, as you know. It's going to be a different year, but it's going to be a great year, and I am so excited to be your Spanish teacher this year. Normally at Cassidy, I have the opportunity to teach all the 5th and 6th graders what we call media and digital literacy. But this year, because of some different schedules, I'm having the chance to teach Spanish as well, and I am so excited. So let me just tell you a couple things that you and your parents are going to want to know this year as we move forward, whether you are going to be here face-to-face in class with us each day, or whether you need to be at home for a period of time, or maybe you're going to be what we're calling flex learning at home. It's also possible all of us may need to go home for what we're calling remote learning. So whatever the situation is, My Cassidy is going to be the place where parents, you as well as students, are going to be able to find something called the Learning Guide. And I've gone ahead and already put our Learning Guide on there. It's empty. It doesn't have anything on it yet. But what it's going to list is after each class, we're going to have some information about what we did and if there's an assignment, an activity, and then where you can find that, all right? Also on My Cassidy, you're going to find some links. Google Classroom, just like every other class in our middle division, will be the primary place where we exchange files. Students, that's where you're going to turn in most of your files to me. However, because we're also going to be practicing a lot of Spanish, vamos a hablar español mucho. We're going to talk a lot of Spanish. We're going to be using a tool that you probably have used before if you've been here at Cassidy called Seesaw. And Seesaw really makes it easy for us to record our voices and to leave comments for each other. And so that is a website. And those are linked also from My Cassidy. Let me just tell you a little bit real briefly about myself and some of my experience in Spanish. Yo gradué de la Academia de la Fuerza Aérea en los Estados Unidos. What does that mean? I graduated de la Academia, from the Academy de la Fuerza Aérea of the Air Force in the United States. I went to the Air Force Academy. And before I was in the Air Force Academy, I went to school in Kansas, and I studied Spanish for 3 years there. But then at the Air Force Academy, I minored in Spanish. And so I took Spanish for several years. I actually got to go on an exchange trip to Peru to their Air Force Academy, which was amazing, in the summer of 1990. That seems like a long time ago. And then when I graduated from the Air Force Academy, I actually was awarded a scholarship called a Fulbright Scholarship that let me live in Mexico City for a whole year, where I studied Spanish. I actually studied security policy and issues, things like the drug war and the use of the military. And basically, I really got a lot better at Spanish by living in Mexico for an entire year. I also had a chance to travel. In addition to living in Mexico City, I traveled quite a bit, both in most people who have traveled to Mexico have gone either to the border, what we call La Frontera, or they've been to the coast. And I've been both of those places. But I've also traveled in the interior and then in the south to a beautiful area that is called Oaxaca. I've traveled in Central America as well, in Panama, in El Salvador, in Guatemala. And I love Spanish. I think Spanish is one of the most important languages you could possibly study. I think Chinese is actually a pretty important language to study right now as well. But living as we do here in the United States, we probably can have more opportunities to use Spanish and to practice our Spanish than just about any language. So I could tell you more, but I just wanted to say hello. I am excited to be your Spanish teacher for this year. We are going to have so much fun. And you'll see when you come into my room, definitely we have some Spanish signs, but I'm a Star Wars fan. I love space. I love STEM education. I love coding. I love creating stuff. So even though we're in Spanish class, we're going to be using our technology this year in 5th grade. That means our Chromebooks. And we're going to be creating a lot of different kinds of media. So you're going to be able to show me the kinds of things you're learning and the ways you're learning to use Spanish, not only by writing some Spanish, but also by speaking Spanish and practicing it. We're going to be creating media and sharing that with each other. So it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing you all soon. And if you all have any questions, parents, you can always reach out to me via email. Please don't hesitate, because if you have a question, someone else has a question, and we want to make sure that everyone is as clear as we can be with all the flexible changes and the new ways that we're going to be learning and doing school together this year here at Cassidy School. Thanks a lot.